Just waiting for Brewer to ask for his briefing, and we'll go from there. Now, we can't see her because she's pretty far out, because I thought we would be spawning over here like last time. Oil rig's done. I had to make a bunch of custom edits to it over the past 2 hours to make it nighttime capable and fix a few things that got screwed up in the SQM transit, but otherwise we are just waiting for it, and I'm glad you guys could make it. So hello to all of you back. We're just waiting for these guys to be ready. I also added submarines. Not the little STVs, like actual fucking submarines that are going to be patrolling around. So right now they're in a holding position right here. There's 2 of them. They've already got their line, and I've put that ambush marker down to face the side where they can get in, so. Project 6 is going to be done tonight. We named it Chimera Station, because, I don't know, I just thought of it. I think it was because I thought of the Homeworld 2 campaign, Chimera Station offline, blah blah blah. And now we wait. Got chips and vodka with this stream, man, I envy you. Otherwise, we're just standing around. I think they're testing underwater comms. I will warn you guys right now, though, because of all the crazy shit.
I just realized we have 9 guys, and these things...
Chimera's done. Or Chimera, whatever the fuck we call it. Chimera, Kimoto...
We're gonna have to pick 3 of them.
Whatever.
Yes.
But I'm gonna be compiling all the footage for it, and I'm going to speed it up, and then put some music behind it and upload it to YouTube, because the project, including the 2 hours where I had to improvise on a few things, because some stuff broke in the SQM file transition, that took about 11.5 hours total, and it lags like shit. Like, I can't get anything past 25 frames on it. So I hope these guys don't kill me. We don't have that many infantry on it. We've got about 80 guys on it, a few crude Vics and whatnot. Otherwise, it should be good. So we finished it. Like, everything we streamed on it, we finished. And if I said, if I accidentally said on the previous stream that it was finished and I'd add more, I was lying, and I apologize, because I was tired of shit. So we're just waiting on them till I hear Brewer. Let's look at this puppy. So first off, we have our 2 submarines, which are kind of marauding down here. Basically, I taped STVs to frickin'... Yeah. So these are going to be marauding around. Oh, they might ask for their briefing in a second.
He's in the boat.
Not much changed. I did add a nuke truck for funsies, though. Because I'm an asshole. Otherwise, you know, lightly garrison, but you can see kind of the lag that you get around here. Otherwise, I've done what I can in terms of crewing things, and I added a bunch of internal lighting because they wanted to do this at night. But this is what this SOB looks like with all the lighting and shit. So a few things broke in transit, so I had to balance out, you know, put it in cord turrets and whatnot. And instead of the Zeus cannon, I had to settle for a cord, because the Zeus cannon kept frickin' breaking. But I mean, I'll show you like what survived and what didn't survive the SQM transfer, for fuck's sake. It's ridiculous.
Alright, Liru, you ready to brief us?
I'm ready to brief you.
And us.
Us? Okay.
We're right here.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming tonight.
Warm welcome, shall we?
Today we're going to attack something called Chimera Station. Chimera Station was recently an oil platform by
Let's give him a warm
oil
welcome,
company,
shall we?
and it was bought out by the Russians and is slowly being converted into what I like to call a super platform. So she's basically a large, hardened military structure. The only ways to get on and off of it are either by air, by a strip of concrete on the north that serves as a runway for jets, and there are some maintenance Ladders on the western side, so if anyone jumps in or if they need to dive under to do repairs on its base. It's about 5 stories tall. And all 5 stories you can run around and do things on. Your main objective tonight is we believe the Russians have moved something of value on the 3rd or 4th story within the facility. Internal specifications are difficult to produce due to a lot of major changes being made to the platform. But again, we believe our objective is on the 3rd or 4th story. It is some type of large device, similar to the East Wind device from the Arma 3 campaign. We're simply going to get to wherever it is and demolish it. After that, you can exfil any way you so choose. However, getting out may be a bit difficult, so kill who you can before you leave. They won't be expecting us. However, they do have underwater patrols in the form of submarines, but we've had some custom modifications to the SDVs over there, so they should not get detected by sonar. I don't know how our science boys did it, but they did it. Regardless, all you need to do is enter the platform from the western side, find your way up to the 3rd or 4th floor, find the device, demolish it, and RTB. Any questions?
Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Alright.
Alright. We got plenty of demo with us. We'll load up and take 3 boats. And have Team 2 in the front boat. Team 1 will be in the middle boat. Team 3 is going to be trailing. Once we get to our dismount marker there, the assault marker, we will leave the SDVs and then go in.
You have no idea how much of a pain of an ass it was to edit that stuff in the Zeus interface. Some of the walls broke, so I had to manually move them back and forth.
Once all of us are on the water, then we'll start pushing up floor by floor, clearing each floor completely until we reach the device. Then we'll plant demo, exfil the exact same way that we came in, and get the fuck out of there. Sound good?
Booyah.
Alright, let's do it. Let's get fucking loaded up.
I'm not gonna tell them that the turrets are uncrewed. We're gonna let them
I don't.
have a bit of fun with that. So the only exterior turrets we have that are crewed are the DT cannons. Everything else, from the Shilkas to the Zeus battery, the ZU Tigrises, and the main artillery pieces, these are decrewed. But otherwise, you know, just a bit of immersive purposes. These are technically offline at the moment. Russians are basically trying to build this up into something better. That's why we got all this construction crap around. Otherwise, it should be an interesting op. Feel like a Mother Base reference. Alright, 2 things that are going to be really, really fucking cool. 1, these puppies are going to fly when they get to the 2nd or 3rd story. 2, when they get to the top, I'm going to crew this guy and get in the plane, and we're going to launch. I've made the plane invincible. I will make it uninvincible later. But otherwise... BTR launch program was a failure. I could not figure out how to do it effectively. It would have a 50, it would be a 1 in 2 success rate, and I didn't want to handle that. So, for immersive purposes, I've got things that are going to be going on, and they can always get in the Shikras or the Zeus cannons or whatever from the Tigrises and shoot them down. These were a pain in the fucking ass to get on the ship, because you can't spawn them in with the SQM file, because otherwise they'll spawn as part of the base is spawn on them, so they'll get taken by gravity, and then end up getting a texture spawn in them. And long story short, I had to quickly edit the base because I tried spawning in with half of the vehicles, and it ended up blowing up half the base. So yeah. Also, we have a nuke truck, for old time's sake. But otherwise, they're going to head out here. I'm going to hide myself and teleport myself up. And we will go from there. It's going to be 1 life because, well, they're not going to be able to get back on, of course. So let's hide ourselves here. and get ourselves teleported. I'm going to put these submarines in some patrol patterns, and we're going to go from there. Let's get a nice little overwatch point on this platform. It's a bit tough because of that tree, but if we just do the Zeus. I'm proud of her. I wanted to do a lot more with her, but we're getting 20-25 frames right now, so that's the best I can accomplish in that amount of time. An oil rig is like an onion. Layers upon layers upon layers. Yeah, I don't doubt that. So I'm gonna call you back. You, I'm gonna just set across. But we're going to get these submarines on standby. You can see the silhouette of her from the water. Other one I think is still too... you can still see her. People saying, Jesus Christ. I mean, it only took 10 and a... again, factoring in the Zeus time, the 2 hours I had to spend today porting it over correctly. Well, it only took 11 and a half hours, and I'd do it again. If I were to do it next time, I'd only make it 3 stories so I could focus on the more internal detail, because all the stuff we have on the top and the 4th floor kind of adds to the lag. I would also try to find a way to substitute the M-walls, because the M-walls in total make up like half the assets that are in here. I'd probably do something like a single story, but heavily texture it with just a bunch of stuff, and have a bunch of like second story stuff based on like ramps and walkways. That'll be the next one I do. There's a map I found recently that does one pretty well that's built into the map, and I'd like to try to copy that one's style. But Reaper, thank you for the follow. The Onion, yeah, they're a pretty good satire news outlet. Otherwise, we've got 9 secret squirrels trying to take on this oil rig, so let's see how it all plays out. It's a light garrison, by my standards. In terms of how many guys I really wanted to put on this compared to how many we could actually get away with. But then again, for 9 people, I think this is plenty. Everyone's going to get a little bit of action. Hopefully everyone's going to have a bit of fun. I'm on 30 for SquadNet. They're just all underwater right now, and they're using the short-range local radios. So we can't hear anything when they're in the ocean. So I'm going to try to cut them off with the submarine. Again, immersive purposes. That's what I like about these ops. You know, some of the time, I'll try to really focus on giving them a hardcore op, but then there's these others experiences I like to give where, just want them to have a bit of fun. And, you know, do stuff they haven't done in a very long time, because apparently they haven't done an oil rig in a very long time, but they've had bad experiences with them. I have personally walked on all these textures to make sure you can't fall through any of them. My only worry is that by using explosives, because you can't copy over invincibility settings with SQM, and it doesn't always work by using the make invincible command on static textures, if they blow the charges early, they might completely fuck over the oil rig and end up falling through things, but we'll have to see. Any Russian reinforcements? That's gonna be really fucking difficult, because how would I'd have to do them manually. Yes, we could throw some in via attack boat, but in order to get them on this base, again, the 3 ways to do it. You either land, or climb up ladders. AI cannot land, and cannot climb up ladders, so it'll be interesting to say the least. But again, another thing is you can't put cargo ships on these things because they just end up floating, and if this thing you make movable via putting a boat in it, if you make it move, the guys will slide off. It's a very difficult balancing situation. Let me see if I have fries innate. I guess technically we could, but here's the issue. All of the infantry we have on this base, I basically went to this town right here. Oh, we got the submarine crossing. I went to a town, I garrisoned them all so they wouldn't move. And then I, just moved each piece hand by, like piece by piece and artistically placed each of them. If I land them on that oil platform, there's a very high chance that they'll just walk off. So we have this submarine awfully close. We have an STV crossing. But here's the sub. I don't think they'll have any idea that the submarine... I'm going to have it tail them a bit, but it's not going to know that they're there. We're just going to mess with them a bit. Actually, better yet, we'll keep you going that way. Let's get the other one. Cross like that. I want to move it around the ridge, but again, submarine patrols just for immersive purposes. The new Liru laboratory will be the rig, but I agree. It's a nice rig. But let me show you guys what I mean here. So if I were to take a maneuver team, which is 3 people, and I were to put them on this oil platform. First off, you can't auto-garrison because it spawns them in the structures. But this is all fun and games, so if I tell them to move over here, they'll either won't move at all, or they'll just run through the textures. So this is actually interesting, because when I did this last time, I put 3 guys over here. There they go. See, they just run off. And that's exactly my issue here with mobile infantry. I can't do it. Because otherwise, they'll basically run in, get in the water, and then try to swim into this texture. And it's a pain in the ass. How did the jet land in here? Very, very carefully. We'll say Gavalor did it, okay? And leave it at that. If you drop a mortar... Wait, no, let's rephrase that. If you drop a mortar in the woods, and there is not a player around it to get killed by it, does the player base still die? What if you raise the waypoints? It doesn't work. You'd have to get them exactly on these textures, but even then, after that waypoint runs out, even if you set it to repeating, it's just, they're gonna run through walls and shit, and I want to keep my Zeus for these guys. If people start running through fucking walls, I'm not gonna be able to keep my Zeus. Yeah, sure, we can say the jet landed on water, then was hoisted on the ship, and then moved. Whatever floats your boat. It's just, it's possible. So now we're gonna have the submarine cross. All about that immersion. I'm gonna have it quickly swing to the right. Ooh, she turned quickly. I am just a person that likes to deliver experiences, and this is one of my favorites to do when you're doing underwater stuff. So that third one will definitely see the fucking sub. Isn't that just awesome? Come on, like, where else do you see this shit in Arma 3? That's what I love the most, is I don't see anyone else do stuff like that. Oh shoot, we can hear their radios. Nice. You can still see the silhouette of it from the top. We can also see theirs. And it is a shame too that they have no idea about the sub. That's fine. It's fine if they don't see the subs. I mean, I can keep trying to, but if I keep trying to move it around it, like even for immersive purposes, you know, I don't want them to freak out over it, but when they watch the recording back, they'll know that I tried. But if I put it, like, right in front of them, then... Actually, let's cheat a little bit. Just a whittle bit, just a whittle bit. Let's do spawn... So I'm trying to time their vector here with what I've got. Let's take random CSAT dive monkey. Come on, Wee Woo, you're burning, you're burning. Where's the special forces? Jesus Christ, Wee Woo, you could do better. But based on their vector, I'm going to put it right here. Just, what are the odds? Still, immersion, blah, blah, blah. We'll make it work. So, angle-wise, this should reach right in front of them by the time they get there. So long as they keep this vector. Even then, I'll try my best to adjust her, but... Again, it's all about delivering the experience. And with the 506, again, sometimes I try to be hard on them, other times I just try to deliver an experience. And it's the same with my tier 3s and with my tier 4 ops.
We have on radar at 3 o'clock, a few hundred meters out. Or...
With the radar, you mean the sonar, but still. Sounds like they detected the sub, based on that. It's fine. Well, they just heard the frickin', or at least they detected it on radar or sonar, excuse me. So they know it's out there. So now they know. So they know now. It's the fun part. So they're gonna try to get under it. Oh, but they might run right into it. They're not threatening. I did tell them there were sub patrols in the water. But at this vector, she's gonna run right into her. Literally, she's gonna run right into her.
With eyes on us, 2 or 3 o'clock. Is that what you're seeing over there? It's 3-eye.
There
No
we
eyes
go.
on that at all. You're seeing a subboat.
Come on, that's fucking
We
cool.
lost eyes. Oh shit. We just passed it on our left.
Yes.
Copy that.
Exactly what I was going for. Oh shit.
Wide angle on that over. This one with no eyes on that stuff.
Ah, perfect.
Oh,
Fucking perfect.
yeah, we just went over. This drake's right behind us now.
There's the immersion. I try my best. That's always fun to do.
So, let us know. Change the course.
So when they start coming up here, I'm going to remote this guy and I'm going to move him away because I don't want him to spawn camp the ladders because he could be in a potential angle to do that. But if they're using their periscopes to try to scout the entrance, I'm just going to have him move to the side. You know what I mean? Ping them. I actually don't think we have an option to ping. Because, I mean, again, these submarines aren't meant to move. I told them, though, their SDVs won't be able to be detected by the submarines, but that doesn't mean the submarines are just going to bend over and not patrol around. Just teleport in, swim up to their STV, use the ace menu, tap their shoulder. That's a pain. We don't have a ping sound effect. I've checked with sounds. We do have an alarm, but I don't want... Like, that's the best we could do for, like, a quote-unquote ping, but I don't want to freak them out. Because alarm means they're spotted. Jamal, you're late. You missed the submarines, but otherwise, you're good. The main action is what we're all really here for. So we still got the plane, we've got this guy, and we've got the helicopters, which, honestly, calling it now, they're probably going to crash into each other because they're retarded. So we'll see how it all plays out. So I'd say another 5 minutes and they'll be on the platform itself. Subs are amazing. The trick, though, is to, with submarine warfare, what you can do is you can put a bunch of deck turrets on the top, set them all to invincible, and then when it surfaces and you decide to start opening fire, you gotta then take all their invincibility away. That way the vehicles don't take the water damage that fucks their engine, which causes the crew to bail out. And then from there, you can then assault the actual turrets and shit. And that's always fun. Custom made in Liru's laboratories with duct tape and plastic wire. Yeah, I don't doubt that. This was a pain in the ass to make. We'll experiment when they get on the 3rd floor and they maybe explore the 4th floor. I will experiment with some faster open infantry, but I can assure you they're gonna probably run. I'll have to do it on the 4th floor so they don't run through anything, but they're probably gonna run through the railing right here and fall off and die.
Stop number 1, this is number 2. 2, this one's in.
So we'll set that up now, but I assure you it's not gonna work the way you think it is.
So it's gonna be going with the SUVs.
But nonetheless, we will try for the sake of the stream. So they're dismounting here. Submarines are on their tail, but otherwise nothing really important, mind you. Ah, come on. I hate how it changes the camera so it goes either very slow or very fast.
One more dismount. Raise dismount. Alright, 2, go with the side.
Alright, here they come. So they're gonna take, they basically have one crew getting out for escort purposes for another team.
Number 1, this is 2. 2 is 1 side. Be advised, we have eyes on Arma. At a objective over.
They're decrewed.
South got 2, let's get us up there so we can deal with.
That pause was probably Brewer giving a sigh of annoyance, but I decided not to tell them that it was all decrewed. I want to see if they can figure it out. Again, probing their minds so I know what I can get away with in the future. Because not everything is so black and white. Oh, I didn't even fucking update the mission. My apologies. Shit. It's basically what it looks like. They're gonna frickin' destroy something on an oil platform, if not destroy the oil platform. Yeah, it's the East Wind device, by the way. And she is located right here. She's sling loadable, so she kind of does that, but also means she can be destroyed. I'll look out towards the water. But the frames kill my soul, man. It's on the 3rd floor. It's not viewable. You can't get it with cables, so it's too far in. Oh, there they are. You see them? Oh, okay. There's no way in hell you're gonna be able to see them. I just looked on the stream view. Yeah, textures are a complete pain in the ass here. It is really tough to see, but one of them just went
Is there
under.
any way we could rappel off the sides of the walls on this thing over? Do you have a grappling hook? Negative. Roger, we got ladders up here ahead of us.
So I'm gonna move this guy away. I'm trying to look.
Alright,
They're all
1
going for
and
the
3
entrance
hold
on the
here,
right.
2 go ahead and secure.
Just saw one of them.
Moving up.
Let's see him move up here.
3 copies holding.
Yeah, Twitch. The recording will be better, but the stream, unfortunately, it's a bit tougher to see. Oh, god damn it, I missed that. Fucking wall. Again, like, like 1 in every 100 of these I made frickin' broke like that. So, it ain't perfect. We got some infantry right here. They're looking away. Here, let's give them a spook. Let's patrol this guy in.
2, let us know once you're secure. 2 copies, we'll advise.
Front.
Jesus.
Fucker walked right up on us.
2's in contact.
That, like, lagged my
So,
interface out. Good God.
Move up to assist. Negative, we're clear. Continuing to secure. Roger. Strike audible on aircraft.
Alright, let's launch her.
Soccer 1, this is 2. Clear 2.
Woo! Yeah! I don't know how the gear was already fucked there, but that doesn't matter. We got her in the air. She's not gonna be doing anything too stupid. We're just trying to, you know, have the jet go up in the air, have a bit of fun. Not portraying for the fact these 2 guys are just killed. Again, it was just a trigger for me to do. I love those ramps. Absolutely love those ramps. Otherwise, I would not be able to take off. So they're securing the area. They're getting the rest of them up. Now I'm trying to look up. You guys think this lighting would be good? Is this visible here? Because I'd rather do it like this. But if you guys want night vision, please let me know. Yeah, turtle casually swimming through. Hear that plane flying overhead. She flew a bit low for me.
Team 1, we're on the deck.
Base isn't on alert yet. Base is not on alert yet. These 2 guys were killed. The infantry are alert, but the base itself will not be alert. Because those were suppressed kills. I didn't hear any loud gunshots. We're still good for the moment. It's just because the AI get provoked like that. I can't do anything about it. But otherwise, this jet's going to be flying over. And let's see these guys push in.
3 copies.
Okay, now the base might be a little on alert because we did get a loud shot out. Might have been a misfire. We don't know. But regardless, if I can't set the infantry to roam because then they'll freak out. So we got the way up right there. Yes, and the reason I'd use ramps is because otherwise, when you're taking off, your tail will hit the freaking back end of the ramp of the runway and destroy you. But yes, otherwise, using trebuchets to launch planes, it sounds like a wonderful idea that we should not do. What the hell just blew up? What? What? What the actual fuck just happened? Yeah, but how would the AI have hit that ammo box? So I guess we're gonna mobilize you, because something happened. Someone was smoking in the armory. Good God.
Got audible on the helicopter to the northwest.
It's an unrelated incident, but...
Yeah, this one we're hearing the same thing. Not a lot we can do about it from down here.
What the fuck? I don't know. What the hell just happened?
Send it.
Bree, go ahead and push off my right side there, clear around those tanks.
Alright,
and
here, let me at least make sure we can walk around. No one will fall through anything. So I think we're good. We just had some sort of massive, colossal fuck up.
1, this is 2. We cleared the buildings to the south. We're getting engaged from the north at this time. Over.
Solid copy. 1 and 3 are going to push up on this side. We'll meet you around the north side on the
Putin is
complex.
definitely not amused here. Jesus.
Be advised that Hind is sitting watching us to the north. It's about 450 meters out. Over.
It's 1, solid copy. As long as we stay up underneath here, there isn't really shit you can do to us. Let's start pushing up online with each other.
So this is gonna be really fucking difficult, but I gotta put guys up to replace them. We're on the 4th floor right now. Try to at least get a guy on. Oh, you're like way over there. Lovely. I guess someone was smoking in here and shit happened. It's the only way I can really describe what actually happened here. I have no idea. I don't have any idea what caused that. Maybe the plane dropped something. Let me check it.
Alright, team 3 bust off on the right side of this hangar.
3 copies.
2, you should be seeing us on your east side here soon.
So it's actually right in front of the shoot, Chris.
2 copies, be advised. We have eyes on a Shilka
Or Shilkas.
on the north side. Over.
Solid copy. We see it 2. 3, go ahead and get your AT-4.
I think, yeah, it had to have been the Illuminati. I mean, good God. No, hold on. I want to check your ammo supply. It's full. So the plane didn't drop anything, because if it drops FABs, it would have destroyed the other chopper too. So I have no idea what caused that.
3, interrogative. Do you have any idea what that was engaging you from the east side?
Negative. We had no eyes on that. Over.
1, this is 2. Check that crane on your east side. Over.
Yeah, Crane has its
Yeah,
guy
solid
down.
copy. Look now.
So second floor suffered some casualties as well. Oh, here comes the fun.
Taking fire from that hind over.
Yeah,
This is
Ivan's
one,
not
solid copy.
happy.
Try fucking engaging us and didn't hit us, though. Got crushed.
Because Ivan has no idea what the hell's going on. Here
Well,
we
this is
go,
to be
Drum.
advised, we're in the
I knew
shield
Drum
cover
would
to
be
engage
innovative
that
with this. He's
air
looking
asset.
for it.
Solid copy, do so.
Yeah, get in the Shikras. Take it down. See, but they were what's baffling about it is I actually don't know what caused the initial explosion. All I know is we had a chopper blow up. I've got people dead on the second and third floors.
This is one interrogative. Has anybody seen a ladder up yet?
Oh,
Get away from this. Get away from this.
One, this is 2, be advised. 3 men down in 2 over.
helicopter was a bad idea, definitely. Yeah, invincibility doesn't transfer over on the textures.
Three, this is 2. Did you copy my last?
Poor Locke.
This is one actual backup. We got guys down all over the fucking place. Let's start working on them.
2 copies. This is 2. We've got 3 guys down working on.
Roger, this is one. Be advised, fucking team 3 is in the water.
2 copies.
Yeah, hold on.
This is 3 at back.
How does Drum?
Solid copy. You got a status on the rest of
Drum's
your team?
lucky on that. I mean,
Yeah,
fuck's
they're looking
sake.
okay. We got the hammer over here.
Who do we have die?
You guys have a ladder over to the west side over.
Ouch.
Be advised, I don't think there's a ladder over here, and we now lost part of the platform, so we are now separated from Team 2.
Copy that.
Show must go on. Moral of the story is, you can apparently set these damn textures to be invincible for whatever fucking reason.
Team 3, this is 2.
So we had a ghost team blow up
ahead
something
and,
on the fourth
follow
floor. Or
Hammer's
third
main.
floor. I have no idea
gonna
where
get you
that
back, so we can
explosion
get with that.
originated from.
Copy that.
And I set each and every one of these textures to invincible, and it still did not work. I gotta go see Eldridge here. Hold on. Hey, Eldridge. I'm gonna TP you in for some reason. The frickin' textures, even though I set them to invincible, are not working, so I'm gonna put you by the ladders, okay? Let's get him in. But I know for a fact everything I've done has been set up correctly. It's just one of the biggest issues I have with transferring SQM code in is it doesn't save everything. And then you have to manually go into it with Achilles to put it all back in. With Avaya, I use the invincible command. You know, make invincible, but I think that only applies to units. Drums down. Alright, hold on. Just say when I'll TP you back in.
We're not able to get.
I don't need a TP back in. I can't fucking move around on that thing. I get like 5 FPS on it.
Gotcha. Alright. Basically, the moral of the story is after this, I'm not going to do another offshore unless I can preset it in an SQM file and give it to them instead of copying and pasting SQM code, because this is the limitations of what we have. Which is a bit of a pain, so I'm going to go right to body deletion here.
User left your channel.
I still have no idea what caused the explosion. So we have... What do we have here that might have caused it? We've got the ammo boxes are missing. But it could not have started here because this turret's still alive. It was down to 2/3 HP. The guys over here are down. One of the bodies did a shockwave, so we know it originated from somewhere right here. I have both choppers out. One of them blew up in the whatever the fuck happened, but the explosion also resonated all the way down to the 2nd floor. They haven't been on the 2nd floor yet. So... And it blew this up. So that's not the only entrance up, thank God, but... The explosion had to have originated from the 3rd floor in order to have the range to reach the 2nd floor and blow up this battle tower. So what the hell randomly blew up here is the question. Yeah, and like everything's really like even more fucked up than what I remember. So, and this thing's blown to hell. So what?
Let's give him a warm welcome.
Whatever blew up here, I've got no idea because the server's been running for 2 hours and nothing changed. So I'm just confused to high hell here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was a third-party ghost team on a different objective and blame the Lone Wolf PMC core, but that... It's rare for me to find something that I cannot explain through forensics in Arma 3, because normally you can trace, you know, oh, it was this AI, or it was this player, or this or that, but the only thing that had strike capability was the plane to drop something like an FAB, but that would have done a lot more damage up here, and it doesn't explain the 2nd story tower cooking off. The explosion had to have originated on the 3rd story. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it was Miller, maybe it was something that went wrong. We have no idea. Otherwise, I'm going to start deleting bodies, trying to maintain the FPS as best I can. But it's tough to do on something like this. Where's the helicopter's remains? I think I deleted her so she wouldn't do any further cook-off. Because that was a full-blown attack chopper cook-off, and that would have caused a lot more damage. now they're coming up to the second story to clear it out. I don't want to put anything else on this damn platform because I don't want to introduce any more possible variables because this is... At least the nuke didn't go off. Damn right, that would have been interesting to say the least. Oh, I am going to make a good story out of it, but... It's annoying, though, because this is the thing I've spent the most time on, and we have some random fuck-off that I can't even explain. Like, from an Arma perspective. Shots go out, so he's taking a hit. These two guys go down. Yeah, Jester was getting 5 FPS, so he quit. The fuck? Is the other one the fucked up one then? Other one was the fucked up one, okay. Is he gonna breach all of these? They're gonna breach all. That gives me a bit of an interesting idea. It's okay, we can always fix it just like that. Heckman does not clear the corner. That's what I was worried about. They can shoot through the damn things. Throws a flash. Quickly runs in to avoid the unit right here. There he goes, taken down. One more guy in the corner. He throws something. Does not wound anybody. Wow. As they check that out, that's another way up, and then this right here is a blown out exit. So now they're gonna work on Heckman. He's probably gonna need a few bandages. What time is it in my country? 9:22 p.m. Now we're heading up to the next floor. Take that guy out. Oh, they don't. Grenade. Boom. They're clearing this stuff out. I'd also be doing the earthquakes if we had at least 30 frames, but earthquakes on 20 frames suck. They suck really, really hard. I just have no idea what So they open the door on it. Puts the smoke out. Clear out those two guys. Still have this guy around here. Quickly drop him. Yeah, screw those sandbags.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Chaotic welcome. Cords, take out Hammerman. That is a Cord 50 cal 2 for this little bunker HQ area with their ammo dump. So they're gonna pop smoke, try to get them back. Meanwhile, on the other side, we had Andridge and Munson. Looks like they're coming back to the north. They're clearing out these areas left, right, and center. Get rid of him. Still have that other one right there. Guy on the corner. These two guys, they probably see the device right there, but they're just clearing out the area around. So far, first and second floors have been completely cleared. Hammerman's being worked on by Cherry. Took quite a bit from that cord. Shots from that window. They've got a guy right there, which is being engaged, and they drop him. Meanwhile, on the other side, they are still working to slowly reach in and kill these guys. They've taken out the other cord with relative ease. They've killed that guy on the second story. Just going back and forth here. Cherry's still working on Hammer. Drop him. Grenades thrown. This guy doesn't take any sort of shrapnel. They're still right there. Breach now. We're hearing some loud shots. He's checking around. Drop him.
Affirm, just clearing buildings.
Even for like 20 frames, their accuracy is still pretty much on point.
Okay.
Right, yep.
That's good to see.
2, this is 3. 3, this is 2. Do you have, are any elements pushing from the east to the west on the north side? Over. Yeah, copy that. That's us, over.
Why can't I open these doors? I tested these. You can open them.
The side's looking good, over. This is
cool,
one, so
we got
copy. We're still
prisoners
clearing
now.
the south side here.
See ya.
Can you open them from the outside? Yep. Apparently you can only open them from the outside. Cool. Sasha, you locked me in, you idiots! Yeah, so they're opening them and they're clearing them. Oh dear. Wave off, wave off. I don't want you firing. Okay, that's fine. Just snipe him out of the sky. Thank you, Cherry.
This guy.
Just got shot to shit.
Right, good.
That's good.
First building.
Alright, so far so good. Team of twos right here. Timed little presents.
Check up.
This is 3, we're clearing the southeast side now.
I don't want the jet to aggro because that thing's gonna literally fuck up this platform. The hour or so of planning all this took, or not planning, but testing, make sure everything was good, it's just fallen apart. It fell apart a bit, but you know, it's still going the way I had anticipated it. Minus the super uber choke point right here. It's gonna easily be outflanked now. They're breaching these at barracks. They're down. We just have the 3 guys in this position right here, so they're moving around. Some of them are gonna start clearing the 4th floor. Please let me know when it starts getting too dark for the stream. I'll put it on at night vision. Is that ladder fucking up now? Take some shots through a damn wall because I hadn't anticipated something freaking exploding. Outflank them.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
Fisher welcomes. They're gonna vault over this.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
Using the device's cover. Williams, thank you for the follow. Otherwise, they breach them with a grenade, take them down. I'm trying to think of all the different stories I could use here. I'm just gonna act clueless about it. Say what I got from some sort of report. So device is secured. Need to grab this guy for testing here. Earthquake device, nuclear device, it's whatever
Let's
device
give
we
him a
want
warm
it to be,
welcome,
you know what I mean?
shall
Heard the charge is placed. Red Slayer, welcome.
All teams just hold security and plan demo, and then we're out of here. 2 copies, we're holding.
That's a lot of fucking demo.
Alright, all teams, demo is placed. Let's bug out. 2 copies.
3 copies.
And I got hit.
This is 3. We're getting hit from the southwest.
So, 3 from the stairwell. We spotted on the way.
Alright, so that's it. Quick mission. I expected it to be quick. It'll be an interesting debrief, nonetheless. Let's try to do the reinforcements. Probably won't work out too well, but hey, might as well learn something. VDV, they've got helicopter abilities, fast rope, MI-24. Let's do an MI-8. So it doesn't screw anything up. Support team. Now we got to equip it with a fast rope system. Now she'll head in. There's no way for me to jam comms. But we'll see what this MI-8 does. For all I know, it could crash into the side of this damn platform. AI pathfinding actually does something somewhat intelligent. But I don't think it's going to recognize this as a solid. It might try to fast rope over here. Nope, she's swinging around. They're crewing these things thinking it's a chopper rush, but in reality I'm just trying to have it come around and drop reinforcements. She's maneuvering around. Did it just drive into the water? Oh, that's great. That's such a buzzkill. They're rappelling off the side. Jesus. Nice. Fucking nice. Okay. Let's spawn another one for immersion, but that was so bad. So funny. They're pulling security and coming down. Butt just hit the side, so they can just vault over. There they go. 2 more being deployed. Look at that. That's something you don't see every day either, so... Other choppers starting to come in now. There she is. What? What? I'm so done. Right into our radar position. Oh my god! I had a feeling that would happen. I had a very big feeling. That was great. It was a great op. We blew up half the frickin' platform, and that's only gonna make things worse. But you know what? It's awesome. It's awesome, and I hope they enjoyed it. And if not, we're gonna do something better next week. That's not gonna take me 11 hours. I'm not gonna nuke it. That would probably kill the server if I fucking nuked it. I still just rams himself into the radar for freaking obligatory sake. And there go the charges. Wow, the charges were so effective, it flipped this thing on its side. That thing's definitely blown up. Ay, ay, ay. Just deaded the charges, but at this rate, it's gonna be one funny-ass debrief. So they're all getting back in their SDVs. Let's get back to night vision. All part of Putin's master plan. Yes. Yes, it is. Eldred just got out. Okay. These guys are all coming around to protect the water entrance and exit and whatever. There we go. Going over and around the submarines. So we'll give them like 200 meters and we're going to then call it. Then I'm going to give a debrief of just saying we don't know what happened there, but there was an explosion on the 3rd story. Did Aldridge just bail out? I almost left Aldridge behind. Wonderful. Let's do it. Not bad. Was interesting to say the least. No one's speaking.
Hello?
Hello.
Why's everybody so quiet?
Just ended my stream, closing the game down.
Well,
I think I'm just gonna cut it.
That was